Most people don't know what success really is. Success is nothing more than a decision where you commit to growth and not settling for less than you know you are capable of. The day that you wake up and decide that you will expect more from yourself than anybody around you expects from you is the day that you begin to see a change in your life. Because the person that wants you to succeed the most is only you. If you are constantly living up to other people's standards, then you will never be able to live the life that you were meant to live. Only the individual knows how much they're truly capable of. Okay, so my definition of success is a person that is growing in these four areas: their health, their wealth, their relationships, and their purpose or mission in life. Those are the four areas. If I'm growing in those four areas, I'm a successful person. You can define it as something else. That's how I define it, okay? So people tend to come up with excuses why they weren't successful. Either they had too much trauma in their past that they haven't gotten over, or they didn't have enough trauma, like they had too good of a life, or they have a bad family, they're uneducated, they're overweight, things like that. So people come up with reasons why they shouldn't be at a certain level, when in their heart they know that they are more than able to achieve whatever they put their mind to. If they would just decide and be like, this is what I'm gonna do, instead of figuring out whether or not they're gonna accomplish it or not, they should be focusing on the next step, the things that they have to do to get to where they want to go. The difference between a successful and unsuccessful person is not pain. It's not whether or not they had enough trauma or not enough trauma. Because today, if we look at somebody like David Goggins, if you read his book, Can't Hurt Me, you'll know that this guy went through a lot of pain and trauma. He was abused by his father, and he had a very tough life after that when he ran away with his mother. And I know for a fact David is not the only person that went through something like this. There are many cases of this happening, but he's a unique one where he was able to commit to growth in his life, and he just took everything to the next level because he wasn't willing to sit in his past pains. What defined him was not his pain, but his ability to go right through it. And that's what all of us should be striving for as well. All of us have some type of pain that we can use to help us get to the point where enough is enough, but it is not needed. You don't need to do that. If you look at a tree does not need to be dissatisfied. It does not need to be suffering in some kind of ways for it to grow. That's the natural tendency. That's what it's supposed to do. We're all supposed to grow, but because we are conscious beings, we tend to slow ourselves down. But once you realize that it is in our nature to move forward and progress in all the parts of our lives that I mentioned, health, wealth, relationships, and your purpose or mission, at that point, when you realize your true nature, you're able to move forward regardless of all the noise around you, telling you that you're not good enough, or that you've been through too much, or that you're not a certain type of person. Next, I want to tell you an analogy. The difference between a hero and a villain is not the hardships and tribulations they've been through, but it's rather the hero decides that he doesn't want to live with the pain anymore, so he goes and creates a better future for himself and the people he cares about. The villain, on the other hand, he doesn't want to live with the pain anymore either, so he thinks that putting it onto others will make him feel better, which it does temporarily, but in the long term, he becomes a villain. If you commit to the pursuit of growth, regardless of your past, good, bad, or indifferent, you cannot fail. only move forward. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.